Hello, everybody. We're live. Yay. How's it going on this Tuesday, March 26th, 2024? It's raining outside here in Tucson again. It's also raining here in the cafe, as you can see, the water coming down. So we got the fireplace going. It's all cozy in here. Oh, I see Michelle and Dan are in the chat. Waiting to see who else is going to join us on the live today. It's been a couple of days. Um, oh, so Somia, I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but Somia just popped in. Hello, welcome to Psychic Talk Radio and YouTube Live. Actually, today we're not simulcasting on the radio. It's just about you guys here in the chat on the YouTube Live. Yeah, it's an experiment that we're testing out here just during the week, not broadcasting. But we are going to be having a simulcast tomorrow, which we'll get into in a minute here. We got something special for you. That's right. So, how many people missed me? I missed you guys. Yeah, it's been a couple of days. We had things going on Sunday, and then some unexpected stuff also on Monday. So had to take the last couple of days off. We weren't here on the YouTube show and radio, of course, but we're back, and I missed you guys. You know, it's like when we don't have one of these broadcasts now that we're doing them like every day. I miss it when we don't do it. So Dan is one of our lifetime members at the Guild, and he is our moderator. So is Michelle, his wife, who is also the host of Michelle's Mystic Corner, the second and fourth Saturdays of the month. We just had one on the 23rd, and it was really good. So go check that out here on the channel. And Dan's letting everybody know to like and subscribe. Yes, please subscribe to the channel. Hey, let's check that out while we're talking about it here. I'm gonna bring up the YouTube channel. It's at Psychic Talk, and the if you're not searching on YouTube, the easiest way is you just type in psychic.cafe/YouTube. We have 486 subscribers. Yes, we only need 14 more to hit the 500, and then we got to hit the 3,000 watch hours. So tell all your friends, tell them to come here and subscribe, hang out with us every day in the cafe. Grab your coffee or tea, pull up a chair. There's one right there. Yeah. Pull up a chair. Got some nice pastries over here if you're hungry, some wonderful coffee and tea over here at the bar. So yeah, we're getting really close there. Crazy day already. I mean, we've had rain for days now. I had gotten a couple of days of yard work in, weeding and stuff, and then a half a day, so like 2.5 days, and then it just started raining, and then raining the next day. It's raining today. It's like, oh, when will it stop so I can actually finish up what I was doing? But that's okay. I get to hang out with you guys and my coffee. Mhm. Now, as I said, we don't have the phone lines today, but as always, you can put your question right there in the chat. If you're live with us here on the YouTube Live in the chat room, all you got to do is say, hey, please pull a card for me, or can I get a message from the universe? I like that one. I get a message from the universe. And then my favorite, though, of course, is a specific question. Put in your specific question. Somia is asking about a career reading. So we're going to be doing that in just a second here. Jill's here. Hey, Meta Crazy. Yay. Jill is here also. And did you miss me, Jill? Yeah, we're back again. Okay. And then, oh, here's an interesting thing. God, so much to talk about. I don't know where to start. Um, so there's an impromptu doctor visit with mom tomorrow, and it's right during our normal broadcast. And so I was just going to cancel the show tomorrow, like I had to do on Monday, and we did on Sunday, and then just have a show Thursday, possibly Friday. That's Catherine's showtime, but she's not doing live shows this month. She's going to do it next month. Um, so sometimes I'll do an impromptu show on Friday, sometimes not. But because we've had so many days where we haven't had shows, I was like, oh, wait, instead of just canceling the show tomorrow, what about if we move it to a different time? We can do that. Actually, we can do whatever we want, right? So I'm like, oh, let's try an evening show. I keep talking about wanting to do that, have not gotten around to it. I was talking to Michelle, and she's going to join me as a guest co-host, and we're going to pop on here tomorrow. So that's Wednesday, March 27th at 6:30 p.m. Yes, a different time. And that's Pacific time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. So like LA. Also where Michelle and I are, we are on West Coast time. At least I am right now. I mean, when daylight savings goes away, I'll be on Mountain time an hour later than Pacific, but right now I'm same time as LA. So it'll be 6:30 p.m. So East Coast time, that'll be 9:30 p.m. New York City. Yep. And then I roughly 2:30 in the morning in London. I don't think they're going to be coming to the show at 2:30 in the morning, but just so everybody around the world can figure that out. It actually might be late enough that it'll be early enough, like in Australia, y'all can join join us tomorrow. So it's an experiment. And because it's something new and we're experimenting, it's like, hey, we are going to do a radio simulcast and have the phone lines and everything, so we can potentially reach even more people. We're thinking, hey, um, we always did that 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time because it was kind of a good time for the weekend, for a Saturday or a Sunday. Could have even gone a little earlier, maybe. But if people have stuff planned later, they can still make it to the show. Uh, 11 in the morning, noon, stuff like that. But we just continued that through the week shows, but a lot of people are at work and stuff. And I know some people listen to us at work, but we're thinking, hey, maybe more people will join us here in the live chat and call in on the phone lines if we're here in the evening. So we're going to give that a try. Oh, Rudy's here. Hey, Rudy. Oh, I remembered to call him Rudy from India, and Deepa is here as well. Yay. And Jill says, I'm game. Let's do it. I'll co-host. Yeah. Why don't you come on and hang out with us? I'm thinking we might do this again. We'll give it a try on Wednesday, see how it works. And then on Thursday, will be during the day. Friday, because Catherine's not going to be on, maybe we'll do an evening show on Friday. Jill, are you busy Friday night? Let me know. You can join me. Michelle, if you're available, Dan, you guys want to pop on Friday night and we can hang out? Let me know about that. And Deepa said, me too, from India. Yay. Yes. And I'll be getting to all your questions really soon. All you got to do is type it in once. You don't have to ask for a question. Like, in other words, you don't have to say, can I get a reading? You don't have to do anything like that. Just type in your question. Say, can I have a message from the universe? If you don't have a specific question. but I prefer specific questions. So if you do type it in, one or two lines, try to keep it as brief as possible. Oh, Jill says, I'm ready anytime I have no life. You sound like me. Oh my God. Okay, so oh my God, crazy day today. So you guys all heard about the bridge collapsing? Wasn't that tragic? Yeah, still ongoing. Crazy stuff. I'm telling you. We just got crazy stuff going on. You know what's even crazier? Here. What's even crazier is the card of the day. I got the tower card. And then there was that calamity. And I'm like, wow, okay, interesting. So, it might be hinting towards that. And also for the rest of you out there, maybe there's going to be some upheavals. Mm. And the numerology today, it's interesting because I would expect it to happen on a 5 day and it's not. It's actually the 26th is 8, so abundance and prosperity. And the entire date, March 26, 2024, adds up and reduces down to a 1 day. So it's like a new beginning thing. So, well, hey, now that the bridge collapsed, they can build a new one. There you go, new beginnings. Yes. So when the calamities happen, you know, it's it's a two everything's a two-sided sword thing. Everything is. I mean, think about it. Okay, you get in a car accident and it's tragic, and your car is totaled. But as a result, you're able to get, a brand new Mustang or something. So was it really terrible or was it an opportunity? See, that's the thing. We always label stuff and we don't look at the other side. And it goes both ways. Like if you're labeling something as, oh, this is the most fantastic moment, best thing that's ever happened, trust me, there's a downside that you're not paying attention to. But likewise, the silver lining thing, yeah, it's something like that. But basically, whenever you want to label something, anything, positive or negative, but especially the negative stuff, if you're tempted to label, oh, this was bad, step back, find find the center, find the Temprian path that we were talking about on a previous show. I still am going to do a class on that, on the temperance card, the the Temprian path. Say that 10 times fast. And the Temprian principle, which is whenever you have a dynamic with extremes, the truth is always in the middle. That's the Temprian principle. So take a step back when you're tempted to label something, especially negative, and find the other side. And when you are tempted to label something extreme over here and you go all the way and find the silver lining, find what good is happening on this side, what that does, it's a pendulum effect that brings you back to the center. That's how you center yourself onto the Temprian path. The word Temprian means the narrow middle path between two extremes. And that's what the temperance card is all about. The secret of the temperance card. Just like we did the lesson from the Wheel of Fortune the other day, too. Yeah. Now, I got a Heart of the Matter card, and it's relationships, Two of Cups, that kind of energy. Cups is feelings and emotions. So these two cards together, I feel like some folks out there, you guys might be experiencing some upheavals in some of your relationships. That might be going on today. Or a shift in foundation where, remember the one energy, today's new beginnings, a shift in foundations where in a current relationship, with the beliefs shifting, you're able to kind of get back on the right path and start fresh in that relationship, or the opportunity to, start a fresh, brand new relationship as well. Yeah. So that's what I was getting. I'm going to put the cards back in the deck here and shuffle it up there. And we'll see what's going on. Okay. By the way, how many of you have been doing the um what did I call it? The experiment from the moon card, where I said, say, health, wealth, and success, or wealth, health, success, or however you want to word it, as you're going to sleep at night. Anybody experience anything from that? I mean, I've been doing it every night. I haven't really noticed anything yet, but like I said, might have to do it a few weeks. Interesting little experiment, came from a YouTube video that I had caught a while back, and I completely forgot about it. And then one day, the moon card insisted on being seen. It like popped out of the deck while I was shuffling, and I was like, "Oh yeah, wealth and success." Actually, it was wealth and success, but I added the health part in. And lately, I've been putting health first, so I'll go health, wealth, and success. That sounded better to me for some reason. Yeah. Dan says he actually does it throughout the day. Oh, Crystal's back in. Hi, Crystal. Welcome back. Yeah, we got regulars coming back, and I'm just loving this. Rudy, I actually remembered to call him Rudy. Um, I actually had to look up how to pronounce his name. And then we decided we're just going to go with Rudy. And it turns out that that's a nickname of his anyway. So it worked out perfectly. So Michelle says, I haven't experienced anything yet, but I'm going to keep doing it. Yes. Yeah. Keep it going. And the difference is, you guys might say, well, I always do affirmations. It's like, well, it's not an affirmation. It's not. What you're doing is you're programming your subconscious mind, and you're bringing in your higher self, and through the dreamscape, because the dreamscape, you're about to go to sleep when you're saying this. You do it at night after the lights are out, your head's going down on the pillow, you're starting to get into that light alpha state, and just say health, wealth, and success. Health, wealth, success. Health, wealth, success. Maybe start slowing it down, and then just keep saying it till you drift off. And you're programming, to get information and assistance from your higher self to manifest. Now, if you don't subscribe to the metaphysical explanation of things, that's perfectly fine. There's a scientific explanation that I've mentioned on previous shows. It could just be that you are activating the reticular activating system, and the reticular activating system is a group of structures in the center of your brain, responsible for monitoring, the 14 million bits of information coming into all five senses, every minute. I don't know if it's per second or per minute. I have to look that up. We learned that in hypnotherapy school, that we're taking in all these bits of information, but our conscious focus, I hate using terms like the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, because it's really just the mind, and where you are focused is your conscious. When you say conscious thinking, or, you know, beta waves instead of alpha waves, actually that's all you're talking about, is where you're focused. And we're only able to focus on 7 plus or minus 2 bits of information at any given time. That's why credit cards the number is broken up into fours, 4 digits, 4 digits, four. That's why telephone numbers are 7 digits long. And there's a lot of other examples of that too, and all it has to do with is the human capacity to focus on, 7 bits of information plus or minus 2. The real brilliant people out there can focus on, 9 or more at a time, and then other folks, it's hard to focus on more than 5 bits, but the average is like 7 bits of information. Yeah. And so by saying health, wealth, and success as you're going to sleep, you're activating that part of your brain, and it will sift through all that information, and anything that relates to health, wealth, or success, it'll bring to your conscious awareness when you wake up. and through the day. And I have noticed some of that. I haven't manifested anything yet, but I'm getting a lot of new ideas and things like that. I noticed being since I started doing that exercise, I noticed that I'm being focused in on a lot of practical things, like for the website for the new psychic.cafe, uh, like selling affiliate products and starting stores, tarot cards, decks, and books and psychic books and astrology books and things like that, and looking at getting that set up on the website and all. So that's what I'm talking about. Pam Bear's in. Hi. Okay, so I'm going to be scrolling back. Oh, Deepa has a question. Have you done a video on health, wealth, success? No, I haven't done a video on. That's a good idea. Actually, where I described it, I should be in one of our shows. I could, just pull that bit out, but maybe I'll just do a recording and talk about, different things about it, and that'd be a good video for our channel anyway, right? So I'm going to put that in my notes. Give me a second here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll back to the top of the chat and see who had the first question or questions, and then we'll start uh, doing some of those questions. Pam's got a question in there about getting funding for something. And yeah, I take the questions in the order that they came in, though. So please be patient. And Dan and Michelle, and if any of our other um, moderators come in, like Charlotte, they can all help you. So look for the people that their name is highlighted in blue and there's a wrench next to their name. That means they're a moderator on the site here. But let me go over to my notes, the endless notes that just go on for forever. So health, wealth, and success video. So we're going to look at doing a video on that. And if I scroll back to the top again, I remember Salmia. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Sowmya. Maybe I can just say so or Sal. But they wanted a career reading. Career. What's going on? Well, it looks like you're headed to some success here. This is interesting, Sal. So I'm getting, the King of Pentacles and the Victory card, the Chariot. That's looking really, really good. Some hints from the tarot. Um, in your career, get really, really focused. Okay. Swords are thoughts and ideas. Here we have the King of Swords. Now, this could actually be an actual person. Okay, the powers that be at work or something along those lines that you need to. It's hinting towards communicating more, with this person. But also the main takeaway for me is the single source, single thought or idea. So you need to get focused in. And I know that also because I got the Page of Pentacles near it. Okay, so and that's a big focus card. It's also about learning. You might need to work on some skills and abilities. And the main thing is getting that singular focus. What is it that you need to focus on in your career, or if you want to change careers or something like that? And then the 6 of Cups comes in, another success card. We had our Victory card. 6 is success as well. Things are looking really good. And the central focus card, that King of Pentacles, by the way, was in the middle, which means it's the central focus. How do we get here? And this is the nostalgia card. And I often tell people, it's card 6, success in numerology, and also in tarot, but 6, think back when you were 6, 7 years old, 6, 7, 8, right in that area, and what lit up your eyes? What got you excited? And I know it seems like really that far back. It is amazing how, our lives and our likes and dislikes, and what we're really passionate about, things like that. I mean, it goes way back, way, 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 way back. You know, I'm trying to think of an example from my end. So, my earliest thoughts, I can remember, age 6, 7, getting it was like for Christmas, and my uncle and my parents had to put this thing together, and like put it, it was like a whole storefront, with a cash register and telephone hanging here and everything like that, and it's like, well, I've done that throughout my life. Never put it together, but if you think about it, so I've owned cafes like this, and coffee businesses, ran coffee businesses, and other types of, brick and mortar businesses like this, manage them, own some. What else? So even something like Psychic Cafe is an online storefront, if you think about it, right? You know, so this thing from way back then that I got excited about, has actually been with me through my whole life. And also, like another earlier or earliest thought, was uh, I got a stethoscope, and I always wanted to be a doctor. The only thing is that like I really, not a big fan of blood. I mean, I have trouble watching The Walking Dead, on TV. So yeah, not a great thing. Hold on, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. We are in the cafe after all. Mm. So yeah, helping people. So I switched to working with the mind. So hypnotherapy, NLP. I'm an NLP practitioner, EFT, and tarot. Tarot is healing. Tarot is helping people. And so it's these things that I've done and continue to do through my entire life. Plus, I'm a 33 life path, so master teacher number and master healer. You know, hello. I didn't know about numerology back then, but those are a couple of my earliest experiences where I was excited and passionate about something, right? And I continue to be passionate about, biology and chemistry. And I took extra chemistry through high school and into college, and you know, and then I did pastoral counseling, got ordained, and then studied hypnotherapy. And this is going back to the beginning of the 2000s, so the beginning of the 21st century, like century ago, well, not a century ago, but the beginning of the century. I like saying that because it makes it sound like, so long. But it is getting pretty long now, 24 years. But EFT, neurolinguistics, NLP, Reiki, all those things. Yep. So, that's kind of the message coming through, Sal, and this is good for everybody else too, is start thinking about that. Go back to way back 6, 7 years, right? 6 or 7 years old, and what is it you can focus on? If you don't have all the skills and abilities, nowadays is so easy to get them. Free YouTube videos, you can learn how to do anything. You can go on Udemy and get a course for $9.99, $12.99, or 3 or 10 courses, and get, do the studying. This is, a card of study. All the pages are really. So anyway, I hope that helped you out. Michelle says, here's what I did. It rained last night. I left the window down and the sun roof slightly open in my car. Oh, okay. And Dan said, I would like to express condolences to those in and around Baltimore and send prayers to those affected. Yes, we all join in helping Dan express condolences. And oh, Jill did a live last night on Facebook. Oh, do you have the Facebook link to the live? Tell me about that, guys. Michelle, Dan, all of our lifetime members like Meta Crazy and everybody. What do you guys think about doing some lives on Facebook? We can also, when we're not doing the phone lines, actually, even if we are doing the phone, well, I don't know. I'm just thinking with some of the studios, we are able to simulcast on YouTube and Facebook. We did that in the past, but we didn't get any success from that. It just didn't seem like it was getting a whole lot of people joining us for the Facebook lives and all. So Meta Crazy, Jill, how many people showed up on your Facebook live with you? And do you have a link to that? We can actually watch it. And Dan says, yes, we missed you in the show. Rudy says hi. Deepa had a question, and I think they were next. Let me see if I can find me and Harshal. Okay, so we're in a no contact situation. Do we see a reunion? Let's see what's going on. I'm going to say yes. I mean, that's the feeling I'm getting. I don't know. I got the Five of Swords. Was there some kind of, disagreement or anything? The thing with the Five of Swords, I always tell everybody is, you may be identifying with one of these individuals in the back, that have their heads down, and they lost. And then but there's the guy that won in the front here picking up the swords, right? And he's got a little smirk on his face, right? Okay, do you identify with him or do you identify with the people back here? That's question one. The other thing is if you are having any squabbles or anything like that, if that's what happened in the past, I don't know. This is just what's showing up in the cards. Um, and if you won the arguments, fine, but do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? That's what I always say when I see this card, right? So, you're both taking some time out now. The Four of Swords is taking a step back. I'm thinking, because this is one of the thinking outside the box cards, forest structure. And whenever we have a card like this and other cards like the Hanged Man, for instance, these are cards of thinking outside the box, stepping outside of your comfort zone, taking a step back from the whole situation, like in this, what went wrong, and how can you fix it? And can you step outside your comfort zone and instead of like waiting for them to contact you, we get this a lot. I've noticed. Um, and I'm not saying that Deepa necessarily said that, but a lot of other folks, and I've noticed it depends on what part of the world they're from, you know, they are expecting or wanting the guy to come back and can reconnect with them. And sometimes, it may be out of your comfort zone, but you need to do the stepping out, you know? But it is interesting. I got the 10 of Cups, and look how I've got the Knight of Wands uh rushing in towards the 10 of Cups, which is an idyllic family scene there, right? And of course, wands are passion. What are we passionate about? So a rekindling of the passion is possible. Okay. I'm just not so sure that it's just going to happen. You know what I mean? You got to take some action and do something if you want it to, you know, want something to happen there. And okay. So Metacrazy reached 110,000 people with posts and 8,700 followers. That's great. That's great. But I was asking, like, on that live, how many people were on the live with you at the same time? Concurrent viewers. That's what I'm wondering. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't. It's engagement. That's what's important. I mean, I promote on the Understanding Tarot group, Pam's group, who's one of our lifetime members, with 56,000 people on it. And then our Facebook group has 65 to 7,000 people on it. But when we were doing lives, only a handful of people were showing up, even though it was going out live to the group. By the way, we don't use the page. We don't use a page or a personal profile or go live on our own profile. We don't do that. We go live in the group because then all the group members see it. Whereas when you go live on your page, like a business page, uh, Facebook, unless you pay to promote it, it's not going to get seen by everybody. And then also, if it's your personal profile and people are following you on there and everything, they may or may not see it. That's why groups are very powerful. But you can simultaneously send it to a group and your page and YouTube, if you're using something like Restream. So I'm just wondering how many people were on there. And Jill says about 27, and that's fairly decent. But if you think of having 8,700 followers and 27 people showed up, well, again, they might not be seeing that you're live. Also, it depends on where you do it. And then also, here's another thing is consistency. If you're consistently doing a lot, if you just go and do a live one time or you're just starting out, it's going to take a while to build up an audience. So yeah, you know, um, and because you're a lifetime member, Meta, what you can do is you can start a live on Facebook and then you can share that live onto our group, the Tarot Guild. We only let members do that. So premium members and lifetime members are allowed to do lives slash post videos on our channel. Well, not channel, our group. This is our channel, YouTube. But so that's something you could do. And I know I'm going to post, and I went on last minute. Okay. Yeah. And so yeah, it takes a little bit of planning, and I can help you out with it. In other words, if you're going to do lives on YouTube, you can go in and, like, if I know about it, I could be there when you do the live, and when you start broadcasting, I can go then and put it, share it onto the Tarot Guild group, share it out on the web, out on Facebook to other, like, really big groups. So your live could be running in front of a lot of people. But when you're doing the live, you can do it, but it kind of breaks things up, breaks up your train of thought to be like, okay, I've just gone live. I'm live on the live, but now I'm trying to go in and do all this sharing. And that really, you need somebody else doing that for you. So you can just stay concentrated on being on the live and talking to the people that are watching you, and then have somebody else come in. And that's why I was saying that I could come in and I could share it onto Instagram. I can set up like a banner image for Instagram that says you're live. Of course, we would set that up before you go live, right? And then when you go live, we'd send it out and say, hey, Jill's live now. And then I can share it onto my Twitter accounts. We have accounts with, tens of thousands of people, and we can send it out to all the Facebook groups that have anywhere from, say, we only advertise on ones that have a minimum of 10,000. So 10,000, 50,000. We have some that are like over 100,000 people on those groups that we promote out onto. And, we could help you do that. And, that's the whole idea of the network. So I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second and say that, if you want to promote your business, and if you've always wanted to do lives, do podcasts, do a radio show, whatever you wanted to do, you can do it with us here on Psychic Talk and put your business on Psychic Cafe. And just as a lifetime member, you can join as a lifetime member. Go over to psychic.cafe. So www.psychic.cafe. There's no .com or anything like that. It's .org, .net. It's .cafe. Yeah, that's the extension. Go to psychic.cafe, open a new tab in your browser, and join there. And right there, as you arrive, pinned to the top, you'll see the sale for March. It's a green banner, and it's got shamrocks on it, and because it's March, right? And March Madness, right? And um St. Patrick's Day. So click on that banner and that'll take you to the post. Or you can go to psychic.cafe/sale. That'll take you to the same post. And you can join for as little as $39. So you pay $39 this month, and a month from you pay $39 now, and then a month from now, $39, and you're a member for life, and you get to put your business on Psychic Cafe. You get to join us as a guest co-host on Psychic Talk. We will set up formal interviews with you as well, and do those as separate videos and post them on the channel and post them out on all those social media platforms we were just talking about. It's a great way to grow and build your business or start your business if you're starting out, and if you're just starting out, maybe you don't have the money or the time or the skill set to like create your own website, or you don't want to pay someone hundreds or thousands of dollars to do that. You can put it's like having a custom website on Psychic Cafe. You'll get your own URL. Like Jill, for instance, is psychic.cafe/Jill. I'm psychic.cafe/Dax. And it takes you to our profile. We have the about section there. You can, book readings right on there. Each of us gets our own individual blog. All of our blog posts are on our profile. So when you hit blog on your profile or someone else's profile, it's all their blog posts, but they also all go into, up in the nav bar when you click on blog, that's like all the blog posts from everybody. So you don't even need a website yet. As a lifetime member, you get a custom URL. And if you want an email address, I can set that up. You can do your entire business here and never even have to build a website. Now, I do build websites. So, at some point in the future, if you want a website, I have some really cool packages where you don't have to put out hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a nice, cool custom website built. And I'll help manage it for you, But speaking of helping, that's the whole idea of being on Psychic Cafe and Psychic Talk, is that you have all the other hosts. You got Dan and Michelle here, and Charlotte. You got all these moderators. You've got Ellie and Pamela and Catherine and Maria, Janice. And it's like a co-op. So we can be there helping you distribute as you're going live on something. We can get you out there and do the moderation in the chat so you don't have to worry about it, for instance. And if you want phone lines, we can set you up with a simulcast with Blog Talk Radio, for instance, and you can also if you want to do it full time, we have another level, a monthly package for folks that want to be guest co-hosts on these shows, our daily shows. Whether you want to do an evening one, we're going to test that out tomorrow, or the daily ones. And then we also have custom shows. So Michelle started out by coming on as a guest co-host, during the week, and then created Michelle's Mystic Corner. And she does it twice a month. You can do a show once a month on a specific day and time, and you get your own custom title to that show, like Compassionate Light, or Maria's The Angelic View, or Michelle's Mystic Corner. You get your own custom name. Janice has Wisdom of the Soul. I did a show on Saturdays called Tarot Today. So you get a custom name, Astrology Now. I don't know, whatever it is you're doing, animal communication, um, Joan, the animal communicator, pet psychic, pet psychic. And there's 3 levels there. There's, like I said, you could do one show a month. And for instance, Mary, who used to be a host on the network for many, many years, she was also vice president of the guild before she had to step down. Mary did a crystal show once a month, the first Saturday of the month. So you can do that, or you can do biweekly, like every other week, like first and third Sundays is the Angelic View, second and fourth Saturdays is Michelle's Mystic Corner. Or you can do a show every day of the not every day, but every week. You could do every day, but every week, like Compassionate Light with Catherine Hahn, every Friday. So there's different packages and everything. And if you want to know, what that entails and what it costs and everything like that, just get a hold of me. Message me on Psychic Cafe. You can message me from my profile. Now you have to be signed in. So go over to psychic.cafe/Dax to go to my profile. Also, anywhere you see my picture of my profile picture, picture of me, click on that. It'll take you to my profile as well. And just sign up free on Psychic Cafe. And you might have to refresh. You might even have to sign in, sign back, sign out and sign back in, in order to refresh it properly, because of, we're still working some of the bugs out of our system. Sometimes that's what you have to do for the message button to show up. It might just show up right away as soon as you sign in. I don't know. But send me a message and say, hey, Dax, I'd like to get on a Zoom for 5-10 minutes, talk to you about, doing a custom show or being a guest co-host on some of the shows we do anyway. And that's basically the difference, and the level of pricing and everything has to do exactly with, how many shows you're doing, and is the show custom, or are you just popping on? Like if you had popped on as my guest co-host today, you could do that, and it's less per month, and I'll give you all the details. Just message me at Psychic Cafe, or the Facebook group. If you see me on Facebook, you can message me on Facebook. That's really fast too, Dax Carlisle on Facebook. And I'm free almost all the time. If I'm not doing one of these shows, or if I'm not doing a private session with a client, I can usually probably jump on for a few minutes on a Zoom call with you. So yeah, think about that, folks, and see what you want to do. Um, gonna scroll on back here. A lot of people chatting, all kinds of great stuff. So we did Deepa's. Crystal said, how's things today, basically. Um, okay, so Crystal's question was, my question is, what month will Demetrius call me? Hmm. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Okay. So he's showing up as the Page of Wands. Okay. And you see how he's staring at that wand there? He's distracted by something this first month. This is for April. Okay. And then in May, I get the judgment card and see, a call from Gabriel. So I'm thinking of that April, May. I'm thinking it might be May. Okay. And that said, I want to say that, I don't like trying to predict things like that because between now and then, he could decide to go in a different direction. You could decide, make different decisions and go elsewhere. And you may, it may never happen, and that doesn't mean that I, as a reader, am not being accurate. I'm just saying I'm doing a reading in the now, current moment. This is what I got. So on the trajectory you're on right now, the potential outcome is that he might be busy this first, next 30 days or so, and it might be in May when he contacts you. But that's if he contacts you, because we have free will, and he could change his mind or things could change. You know, a lot of things can happen, Crystal, but um that's what I'm getting. But I just want to put that caveat on it. And the other thing I want to say is, why are you waiting for him? It's just like the last question I did. Was that deepest question? It's the same thing. It's like, you know, you call him, you go track him down, or put a bug in his ear by mentioning something to a friend of his that mentioned something to him, kind of thing. I'm just gonna say. Pam says, "Greetings, Daxamillion." Yes. Oh, and Michelle says that as well. And I love when she says that. And I always say, from your lips to God's ears, hit that million, right? Or multi-millions. Woo-hoo. Pam had a question, I think. So I got to find out where it is. Mm. And so far, I'm just seeing Pam talking. I woke up today having a good day. Oh, here it is. I knew there was one from Pam, and Pam was next because she was like the next person in there and saying hi and everything like that. Um, do you see me getting funding for the things I am needing right now? Okay. I'm not sure what it is. I don't need to know that. We will just do 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 see what the message is coming in. Oh, okay. So looking really good. So, I'm going to start off at the end, actually. Got this Two of Wands. And so here you are, looking for the funds, waiting for them to come in, but you have the world in your hand. You're in a good position. And the Nine of Wands, again, you might not be happy with the situation right at the moment, but this is to remind you you have all the skills and abilities that you need to attract the money, the funds. The Star card shows up to tell us that there's hope. Card 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. There are 8 stars. Each star has eight rays on them. It's all about abundance, and it's all about remembering that, as humans, we straddle between the subconscious and the physical universe, the spiritual realm and the physical realm, meaning we have the ability to manifest. You can manifest this. You can make this happen. It's not about waiting for the funding or asking a tarot reader like me, am I going to get the funding? I could say yes, and that doesn't necessarily help you in any way. Doesn't tell you how. you're going to get the funding, right? But I got three major arcana cards, and that two of wands was a yes as well. Technically, the nine is a no because it's odd. So it's four yeses. It's very, leaning very strongly towards yes, you're going to get the funds, but it's not a slam dunk like it's just going to show up. I got the temperance card. This is another card exactly like, notice how it's exactly like the star, where one foot is in the spiritual realm or the subconscious or however you want to look at it. The other foot is on dry land or the material realm. Again, showing how we can do the impossible because we are experiencing the human condition where we are spirit temporarily inhabiting physicality. And so we are the only ones that can manifest in the physical realm. And when I say the only ones, I'm not including, life on other worlds, or it would be probably other solar systems. Yeah, sentient life. Wherever there's sentient life, there's the ability to manifest. But here on Earth, we're just going to talk about humans. And notice the balance that struck. Temperance is a card of balance. Do you need to get back into balance? And look at the crimson wings. What are you passionate about? And the purity of the white. What, it's about, getting the funds is about maybe making a shift. And then I get the death card, which is literally about making a shift. The sun is dawning in the background of the card there. And that's always important, I think, to point out. When you get the death card, it's like, oh my God, the death card. No, that can be good. One door closes, another door opens. So you getting the funding is the other door opening, right? Okay, so this is transition. This is a card of in fact, a lot of modern tarot decks do not call it the death card. They call it the transition card. Transition is good, you know. So it feels like, with having this many major arcana cards and all, it says you have the skills and abilities, but I don't know that you're focused in on what you're really passionate about. Um, and with that many major arcana, this is a major shift, not just a day to day, getting the funds for something. This is like, in order for it to happen, there has to be a major shift, it looks like. Maybe you need to get focused in on what you're really passionate about. And what I always say to people with that is, as you're contemplating that, remember earlier when I got the six of cups and I was talking about the nostalgia card, talking about, what were you excited about at 6 or 7? So once you figure that out and then figure out, okay, am I still doing that in my life or not? The next step is you look at it and you go, okay, in the realm of this thing that I have passion for, what is a big problem? And do I already have the skills and abilities to solve that problem? It looks like you do because I got the 9 of wands. If not, like I said previously, it's so easy to get the knowledge. Take a course on Udemy, or Udemy, or however you want to pronounce it, udemy.com. Go to YouTube and watch free YouTube videos on how to do this. You can find the answer to anything. And once you have a big enough problem and you're able to solve it, you have value. And you can sell that and make money. Oh, I got some of the balloons were going off. That looks really weird, especially when you have a background. Okay. So I hope that helps you out a little bit, Pam. Um, top of the hour already. We may be getting out of here pretty soon. So Dan says, I will take a pause throughout the day and take a deep breath and clear my mind and close my eyes and say wealth, health, and success. Cool. Yes, you can do it during the day. Then it's more of an affirmation, and it still can go into the subconscious mind. It's just that, this exercise what I was talking about was when you've already turned out the lights, gotten into bed, laid your head down on the pillow, you're starting to drift off, you're going into that light alpha state, and you can do that if you're good at it, like Dan is, just taking a moment and pausing during the day. But it works really, really good at night. And you get a twofer there where um, you're not just putting in your subconscious like you are with an affirmation during the day. You're doing that plus you're activating that for the dreamscape. So that's the other half of it, where you're then going to go into your dreams, and through your dreams you might get the information that you need for health, wealth, and success. Looking to see if there's any more questions in here. Do want to mention a few things. I keep hearing dinging. I'm wondering if someone's trying to message me. Few different things. Oh, I know. Let me mention, if I can uh bring up this, that you can grab me a cup of coffee over at psychic.cafe/coffee. And so if you're enjoying hanging out here at the cafe, you love the shows, maybe you got a good reading, maybe you're learning something new about numerology or tarot, psychic development, what have you, and you want to send me some love. That's how you do it. Buy me a cup of coffee at psychic.cafe/coffee. And also, as we always say, that's also the secret back door to getting your answer question, your question answered first and right away, no waiting. And I spend more time on your question. Yeah. So like maybe not today's show, but like if you grab me a cup of coffee right now, and in the chat you can let me know that you're going to ask a question tomorrow, um, or if you want to make sure I get to your question today, yeah, let me know in the chat right now. Buy me a cup of coffee. If I don't see it right away, one of our moderators, Dan, Michelle, Charlotte, whoever happens to be in the chat, they will let me know that you bought me a cup of coffee, and I'll go right to your question right now. But for those that are, wanting to join us maybe tomorrow night, when Michelle and I are going to be trying out this nighttime show, and possibly Friday too. We might do it like in every other thing. I don't know. We're still figuring it out, right? Um, just go ahead and buy me a cup of coffee, and then in the chat tomorrow say, "Hey, bought you cup of coffee yesterday." And we'll go right to your question. Michelle and I will both answer it. We'll both pull cards. We'll pull more cards on. You can ask multiple things about the same, as long as you keep it on the same topic. You can ask another question. We'll spend more time. We'll take your call, and we will be doing calls tomorrow night. So your call or your question in chat, we will take that first right away. No waiting. We'll stop whatever we're doing. So I decided let everybody know it's psychic.cafe/coffee is how you do that. Okay, and then I'm going to put this. I guess I should be putting this in the chat for everybody in there. And it is psychic.cafe/coffee. Oops, something happened there. Grab me a cup. I'm going to try to pop this in the chat here. I'm going to copy that because I'm also going to pop in here my page so you can talk to me in between shows. Maybe you want to ask me about doing your own show, ask me about the lifetime membership, things like that. And you can also book a session with me as well. Maybe you need some coaching on your tarot or other spiritual business. I specialize in that: life coaching, business coaching, success coaching, and I use tarot and numerology as well. You can also let me know what you'd like to hear on the shows. And then I'm also going to pop in the link to the sale, psychic.cafe/sale, where you can join right now for 39 bucks. It's two payments of 39, 39 now, 39 next month. And you're signed up for life, and you get my course for free. If you need a tarot and numerology course, if you're already a professional, you get your membership to the guild, you get your certificate, and you can apply for certification. You get your certification free. You don't have to pay for it. And then, like as premium members have to pay for it, it's a separate thing, just like they have to buy my course separate. But as a lifetime member, you get all this included. And the lifetime membership's going away. It may be the end of this month, or we might continue the sale a week or two into April. I haven't entirely decided yet, but we don't have everybody moved over from the old Ning website to the new community website, Psychic Cafe. So, I'm wanting to give everybody the chance to get on board as a lifetime member and be paid up and not have to worry about the subscription monthly or annually. That's going to start, as soon as we get rid of the lifetime membership. So I want to keep this available maybe a little bit longer, you know, and pass this on to your friends, other colleagues in the psychic advisor type genre. Maybe they're a psychic medium, maybe they're an animal communicator, an astrologer, a numerologist, a tarot reader, angel card reader, angel practitioner, um, even things like Reiki and crystals. If they need a place to set up their business, let them know that they can do it on Psychic Cafe, and they'll still be able to do it in the future, only it's going to be a subscription. It's going to be, so much per month, like a Netflix thing, which is still going to be way cheaper than even paying for the hosting on your own website. Think about that. It's going to cost you 10 bucks a month for hosting, not counting building the website if you have someone else do it for you. But even if you build it yourself, if you have the time, skill, and abilities to do it, you're at least going to have to get hosting. Well, the monthly membership to Psychic Cafe, where you can set up your own business on the website and even join us on the shows, it's going to be less than that. All right. But if you get in on the lifetime membership, either one payment is $78. You can do it that way, like Dan did, or right under that button where, and I forget what it exactly says. So, I'm going to go over here to the cafe, psychic.cafe, and here is 75% off the lifetime membership. I'm going to click this green banner with the shamrocks, and it's a big purple button about halfway down the page that says join now. And if you click on that, regularly $297, during our 75% off sale, lifetime membership is just one payment of $78. So you can do it that way and be done. Or below that, if you need a little bit of help, it's join for 2 monthly payments of $39. Click here, and then it says 2 payments in all caps, and you can see it's a link when you hover over it. Click on that. It'll take you over to our Square processor, and you can sign up, and you'll be charged $39 now, and in approximately 30 days, in a month from now, you'll be charged another $39, and then you're done. And I didn't even charge extra for doing 2 processing, breaking it up into 2 payments instead of one. It's still just $78 split in half, 39 and 39. So, it's such a great deal, and it's going away, and I want everybody to get in on it, because it's like, I don't know if and when we're going to bring it back, and it's not going to be 39 bucks. I can't afford it. I can't afford to take care of that many members, because once you're a member, everything's free for life. All of our workshop, you don't even have to be a professional. That's another thing. Maybe you aren't a professional reader or don't want to be a psychic advisor or nothing like that, but you enjoy psychic stuff, and you want to take our workshops and watch our panel discussions and join us for the Q&As and get your answers, get answers to your questions and stuff like that. That's another reason to join, monthly or lifetime. We may drag it out, for Black Friday or maybe my birthday in June, or it might not be till 2025, like do it as a beginning of the year thing, January, where for a couple of days, hey, lifetime membership, you can join for life, but it's going to be more like two payments of $97 or something along those lines. It's, because it's regularly 297, so it's not going to be 39 there. So jump on it right now while you can. Okay, and I got to get out of here, but I can't wait for tomorrow's show. Let's see if I can get uh scroll back and see oh, Sally came in. I guess I should do the people that have come in. So God's daughter came in, Bhumika, Shemhavi, and I know I'm pronouncing these names wrong, so I apologize, folks. And see if I missed anybody else. Sally, Angelina. Hi, Angelina. Sally came in, and I'm trying to scroll back to the last question. Oh, Charlotte, you did make it in here. Hi, Charlotte. Yay. Trying to, wow, I missed a lot in the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get back to where the last question was so I don't skip anybody. I think I got Deepa. Um, I'm already back to where Rudy came in. Joe Beth came in. Oh, did I miss? I saw you, Joe Beth, but I forgot to say hi. Yes. And Jill had a question about cool. I just need how to do that, please. Okay, so I don't know what you were asking about. We went over a lot of things, Jill. So, we just need to get on a live 10 minutes or something. Uh, can you show me how to read cards? Yes, God's daughter. That's what we do at the Guild and Psychic Cafe. My course is called Tarot by the Numbers, and you get that free when you sign up for life. And instead of $297 for my course, it's just $39. And then next month, $39, and you're signed up. You can take my course. But not only that, there's all of our live events because we do live workshops, live Q&As, live panel discussions where you get to learn more about tarot and numerology and a lot of other things that we cover. So again, you just go to psychic.cafe/sale, or if you're on the website, psychic.cafe, it's pinned to the top of the community feed, the green banner with the shamrocks. Just click on that. It'll take you into the blog post. Oh, that's another thing. You just click on blog, at the top of the page, just click on blog and you'll see it in the blog. Let me do that. I'm going to click on blog, and you have to scroll down a couple and you'll see the green banner, 75% off lifetime membership. Oh, on that same page, if you scroll down, you can also book a full reading with me, and I'll spend as much time as you need. I don't time my readings. Typically we can answer almost everything in 20 minutes. I mean, we answer a lot of stuff here on the shows in 2 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes. So a full reading, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, however long it's going to take. Maybe you need help with your business. You want some business coaching, pull some cards, do the numerology on it, do the number, maybe you have a life question, something like that. Normally $99.99, but it's 50% off right now. So that saves you $50. It's only $49.99 to book a session with me. It's on the same sale page, psychic.cafe/sale. Scroll down. So if you want to do some life coaching, tarot reading, I also do your numerology. you can book a session with me right there. Okay, gonna pop back over here. Charlotte says the crystal show was awesome. Yes, I missed that from Mary, and I would love to have another crystal show. I also want an animal communication show. I want an astrology show. Come on, people. Who out there is an expert? If you are not just dabbling, but we want some real experts. Maybe you have a following on social media. That's what we're looking for, somebody that can co-op with us and partner. And, the rising tide lifts all boats. So basically, do you have a following, and are you an expert at animal communication? Are you an expert at crystals? Maybe you're an expert at astrology or numerology. Come and start a custom show on the network. You can promote yourself and your business. We'll help promote. Plus, there's a system to it. We want everybody to come on that has a custom show about a specific topic to also do some free workshops for our members and have those lead into them purchasing a course from you. So there's a whole system in addition to your other services, doing readings and astrology reports and whatever you do for your clients. In addition to that, maybe you have a book out, maybe you have a deck out. We'll help you promote all that. But not only that, there's a system to this. And what we want to do for this year and going into 2025, of course, is we want custom shows on our YouTube channel and radio network about specific topics like astrology and crystals, where you put together, it could be a big course, it could be a small little course, could even be crystals 101 or animal communication 101. And it's a course that we're going to help you sell. And everything else we do, the free workshops, panel discussions, Q&As, the radio and YouTube shows, your presence on Psychic Cafe, all the articles and content that you can post on the website, and then we put that all out everywhere. And the whole idea is it funnels people into the site, into your content, to your page, and the course you're selling, and either through the content, or they come to a free workshop that we're doing on crystals, and then you can sell your more advanced paid crystal course that way. And so all this stuff, and putting videos on our channel, on Psychic Talk, on YouTube, and all this stuff funnels together and moves people through a funnel, through a process, and that's what we're looking for. So if you already have a course on a specific topic, or you're thinking of doing a course but you don't want to do it alone, and you're not really sure how to do it, as far as like where to post it, and have it available for people to purchase, and how do you do all that, and how do you market it? We have that. We have the place to put it. We have the market. You don't need to build a website. You don't have to worry about the marketing and everything, at least initially. And it's just a great platform for you to start a whole business around this, where your show is about crystals, and you promote your crystal course and your crystal books and but that's what I'm saying is that have an end game in mind, not just do a show to do a show. Now, if you want to do a show just to do a show, that's perfectly fine too. Maybe you just want to promote your readings. But here's a way that you have additional streams of income. I always harp on that. Additional streams of income over and beyond what your main thing. Your main thing might be doing Reiki sessions. Your main thing might be doing tarot readings. But this is additional income for you by having courses and downloadable PDFs that we can sell and things like that. So think along those lines and then get on a call with me. Oh, Kay's there. Hi, Kay. Kay, how do we get a free mini reading? So yeah, just put in your question and I take them in the order that they come in. So God's daughter wants to know, what will my life be? Ah, what will be my life if I become a tarot reader? Now, that's a different kind of question. Well, it'll be a whole new opportunity with a lot of aspects to it that you're not even thinking of with this Ace of Swords. Now, you'll also have to get focus in on that one idea, which shows up again as the Queen of Swords. You're going to be the Queen of Swords. See her sitting there. She's got her hand reached out. You're going to be reaching out to people, or people are going to be reaching out to you, and you're going to be solving problems. You have the sword right there. What is a queen sitting on a throne with a sword? What is that? What are they doing? Typically, a king or a queen, they have the sword, and that's their righteous and cutting through the crap with the sword, you know. And people would come and ask questions and ask them to solve problems for them, and they would adjudicate from the throne. Okay. So basically, you're going to be helping people. It's also going to get you out of some things because the Five of Cups showed up. See, you're not really happy with where you're at right now. See? And so this is going to solve that problem for you. And then the Knight of Pentacles, it's going to be slow, steady progress towards your financial goals. Okay. It's not like going to be a windfall. You're not going to become rich instantly or something like that, but it's going to be nice and steady, we see here. So there you go. Who was that? I forgot already. God's daughter asked that question, if she becomes a tarot reader. Wow, never got that question before. That's a cool one. Sally wants to know if she's finding love this year. Let's see. There is an opportunity for it, but oh geez. Okay. So everybody that has hung out with us here in the cafe knows that when I get these kind of questions, I start throwing cards down. And it's that simple, because we're depending on how they're asking the question. Now it might be they have a boyfriend, girlfriend, they have a relationship going, something like that. But this typical kind of question, usually not. So what am I doing? I'm looking for a person to be, coming in for Sally, and I just start laying cards down. But when I get past, right now I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, past 6, if I haven't gotten to a court card by then, court card is like the people in tarot, pages, knights, kings, queens. If I haven't gotten to one by now, then I'm going to say, okay, it's not coming real fast. When I get to 6 cards out, I mean, that could be 6 months right there. Okay. I think you can make it happen faster. The beauty of doing it this way is then we get clues in the cards. Okay. The very first card is the 7 of Swords. 7 is the seeker. So it makes sense because you are seeking, right? But what's going on here? Are you overthinking things with finding a relationship? There's a lot of swords, a lot of thoughts and ideas. And look, you have all these thoughts and ideas. You have all these swords, but you're still looking back at these two that you can't get, and being envious over, oh, I wish I could have got those 2 swords too. Okay. I'm just thinking too many irons in the fire, overthinking things. I don't know what's going on. Something like that. Now, the very next card, though, is the Ace of Wands. So there is a new opportunity coming in to meet somebody, and it looks like it's going to happen at a birthday party, bar mitzvah, wedding celebration, wedding reception. I mean, that's what this Four of Wands is. It's also, it four is structure. So it could be, working through some structure that leads you to meeting somebody. And I know that's kind of obscure, like what am I talking about? I don't even know, because I don't know your life and I don't know what's going on. But it's kind of the central focus here. It's like right in the middle of everything. And right next to it, the wish come true card. You get your wish if you do this. Oh, and remember this one also got the Eight of Swords. Now, eight is abundance and prosperity. So this could lead to that in your love life. But again, too many thoughts and ideas. You need to take that the blinders off. You got to take that off. And it looks like, oh, but she's all bound up. She can't, take the blindfold off. Well, yes, she can. Look how loose those bonds are. It Surrounding yourself with all these thoughts and ideas, overthinking things, it is self-imposed bondage. It's similar to like the devil card. You know, you've done this to yourself. You need to wriggle your way out. Those bonds, whatever's tying you up will drop right off. You take the blindfold off and you can see your way out from throughout, the swords there. Okay. So that's a big part of it. And then structure, at some kind of celebration, meeting the right people. But what is four again? Just like all the other fours. And what else did I mention before? Oh, the Hanged Man. Yeah, the thinking outside the box. What's four? What's structure but a box, right? Think of the four sides to a room, to a box. Stepping outside of your comfort zone and just going for things, going to these socializing events and celebrations and things like that. Going to them and putting yourself out there, and friends and family. But it can be other kinds of structure. It could be, remember, it's wand. So talking about the fire energy, passion. So basically going on meetup.com and looking for groups about things that you're passionate about and going to those meetups, or a lot of them are online. So, going online and meeting people and then meeting other people through the people you're meeting, you see. And then the last one is the Six of Swords. Again, a lot of swords again, but it's six. It's success, and it's at the end. It's where I stopped pulling cards because I wasn't getting any core cards here. No core cards. So, they're not here yet, but you have to do these. You have to do these other things first, is what it is. But six is success in numerology and in tarot. And look, there, it's not a motorboat. Okay. It's a boat with an oarsman. So it's slow moving, but it's nice, slow, but steady progress towards your goal. The goal is on the other side of the body of water here. And there's rough seas right here, and there's calmer seas over here. So you're moving towards the calmer seas. So that's great. You are making progress, and nobody's showing up quite yet, but you need to get outside your comfort zone. You need to think outside the box. And then after you start doing a little bit of that, we can revisit that. You can come back and ask, and we'll see then, Sally, if somebody starts showing up. So I hope that helps you out. You could definitely, your original question, will I find love this year? I think you definitely could, but you got to do the back work, and so forth. And then let's see, way back, Crystal had asked Michelle if you can ask more than one question. It's one question per person. Now, if you, again, I'll pop it up here for everybody once again. If you go over and buy buy me a cup of coffee, psychic.cafe/coffee. All bets are off. I may take extra questions. I'll definitely spend more time with you. That's for sure. But that's the secret way to get your question in, to get an extra question in, to get a deeper answer, to have us pull more cards, to get your question answered right away. You're not waiting through, all of this. That's how you do it. Okay. And then a lot of great chatting here. I'm looking to see if because I saw Booma come in. Did you have a question? Oh, wait, I think here I'm expecting a salary between 85,000 to 90. Will I get that? My company is processing my profile for Australia project. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember you actually had us pull cards on, are you going to get the Australia work permit and all? Let's see. Hmm. Okay, it's not a strong yes, but it is yes. It's leaning towards you're going to get the salary that you're expecting. The moon card shows up, and what do we always say when the moon card shows up? Things are not crystal clear on this, right? Eight of Wands, this is all going to be happening quickly, and you'll probably find out really soon. Also, eight, again, abundance. So, it's looking really good. Now, the Nine of Pentacles shows up. You're going to be in a good position financially, regardless. Even if you don't get exactly the salary, you're going to be in a good place. And, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's more than what you're expecting. And then the Magician card shows up, which means, hey, do you have your eye on the ball? See, because the very central focus card is the Page of Swords, and he's not looking at that sword. I think you need to get refocused and remember that you have the power, you can manifest it. But what does it look like when you have that salary? You need to do that five sensory, 365-degree visualization of what it's going to look like when you've hit that salary. And see, God's daughter, what I think she asked me, might have asked twice about becoming a tarot reader. We already answered that. Okay, so Samhavi wants to learn Akashic records, but how? Okay, I've got something for that. Uh let me see if I don't know if I've got the URL set up. Um okay, hold on just a second, folks. For some reason, it's just not working right. Um See, I don't have everything set up on the new website. So let me see if it's on the Tarot Guild. I can get a link for you. That's not showing up. So I'm going to have to do a search, guys. Give me a second here. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for our Akashic records from Wisdom of the Soul. I'm sorry, from Soul Realignment. And it's actually on the website. If you go to psychic.cafe, and if you're on a phone, you'll have to scroll down, but if you're looking on a like a desktop or a laptop, it's in the right column under our sponsors. Soul Realignment, it's one of it's a it involves the Akashic records, and they're one of our sponsors. And hang on just a second while I work this out. Okay, I'm just going to take the link from here. I think you can go and watch the video. This is something I was actually working on that I haven't finished yet. Is I'm going to have a whole page and videos and everything talking about this. Andrea Hess's program is a sponsor of Psychic Cafe, and I'm putting in a link at the bottom here. That's my affiliate link to her program called Soul Realignment. And we used to have soul realignment practitioners had a show here on Fridays on the network. We would like to get that back again. You know, if one or two people want to go and get certified as a soul realignment practitioner, and then come on and teach some workshops and do a radio show, YouTube show, and other things on soul realignment with the Akashic records. You know, we would love to have you do that. Let me also find, might be better just to go on. See, that's this. Here's a page on the Tarot Guild site about it, guys. And see, I think this link goes right to the program, but there's one where you can attend a free workshop on this, free webinar. What's the link for the webinar? Okay. Let me get that link for you guys too. This one's really cool because it's a free webinar about the Akashic records. So there you go. A few different links there to help you out. And like I said, you know, we would love to get somebody teaching Akashic records on Psychic Cafe. And then, of course, we have the affiliate set up with the Soul Realignment course. And then if you do a show, we would love for you to do a show. So Shamhavi had asked about that, and that's why I was putting in those links. They wanted to learn Akashic records, but then they said, Dan, I'm upset. I don't know what they're upset about. And I already told you how you can learn. Yeah. Yeah. You guys have to have some patience because it takes a while to get through all of these questions and comments in the chat during the show and talk about this stuff. And then Jill said, we can do it on Facebook when you're available. Just let me know what you meant about that. Do you want to do a meeting, or are you talking about a live, or both? And Pam Bear said, thanks very much, Daxamillion. Becoming a tarot reader can change your life, but it's up to you on what you devote to it. That's what Dan said. Yes, in the chat. That's great, Dan. Yeah, you know, and that's what I was getting in those cards was definite change of life, you know, for God's daughter. Your life will change for the positive. And Charlotte was asking them, how do you want to change it and things like that. Uh, a tarot reader is someone who can read cards, right? Okay, it may sound like a simple, question, or even a silly one, but it's not. It's like some people don't know. I mean, a tarot card reader is obviously someone that can read cards. Tarot card reader read cards. Um, it's obvious to me, but not obvious to everybody. But there is a big difference between a tarot reader and a tarot advisor. See, I always, sometimes I drop the reader term on people, or doing a reading, only because that's what the general public knows. But in reality, there's a huge difference between a tarot advisor and a tarot reader, because you can just read the cards. You can just lay out cards and say what you're seeing and do nothing else. I don't do that. I'm doing life coaching with people. I'm advising them. I'm a tarot advisor. I use tarot to help me in the process of doing life coaching and advising people on things. And I think that's way more powerful, and that's something else I want to do, maybe by summer. Because the life coaching course, first of all, it's not a spiritual life coaching course, it's a general life coaching course from Dr. Steve Jones that we've been promoting for 12 years or more. Uh, but our affiliate status with them, like for some reason, the links aren't working right, and I can't get a hold of them. They won't fix things. So I think that's just the universe saying we need our own coaching course. And if we do our own coaching course, we can do a spiritual coaching course instead of just a life coaching course. We can do one that includes life coaching, and I can do a separate certificate as a certified life coach for you if you want to uh, promote part of your business or a separate business to the general public as a life coach with none of the woo woo. Because, sometimes people, you want to do both. You aim at this group of people. I'm a life coach. At the other group of people that are into the woo woo, it's like, hey, I'm a tarot advisor, life spiritual coach, or something like that. So I think, yeah, we need a course like that, maybe summertime, if not before. I might be able to get that rolling. I'm going through some courses, in addition to Steve's course. I took a $1,300 life coaching course way back in 2013. I've taken other life coaching courses. I've taken courses on Udemy. you know that's another thing you can do. You can just go take a course on Udemy. But I want to create a nice life coaching course for Psychic Cafe and the Guild and Psychic Talk. And so I'm reviewing all these courses that I've already taken to get ideas. What did they do really well, and what did they not do so good, or the execution wasn't great, or there's some piece totally missing from the course. Go through all these courses and then try to come up with something that's got everything in it. Thank you so much. Totally resonates. Yeah. So my reading for Sally. You're welcome, Sally. Okay. And I think that's it. Yes, we got to the end. Yes. So let me look at the calendar here real quick. As I said, we're going to try our very first nighttime show tomorrow at 6:30 on the West Coast of the United States. That'll be 9:30 on the East Coast, like New York City. It'll be me and Michelle. And then on the 28th, on Thursday, it'll be a daytime show. Compassionate Light is still on hiatus, so I may do maybe an evening show on Friday. And then I'm looking on here. Because we are going to take some more time off. I may or may not be doing a show on the 30th. We did Michelle's Mystic Corner on the 23rd. And so I would just be doing a general daytime show, but there's some things happening on the 30th. And then the 31st Sunday is Easter Sunday. And so we're not going to do a show and we're not going to do a Zoom meeting. We'll pick that up on the 7th. That'll be Angelic View, the Angelic View with Maria G. Moss. And directly after, we'll have our weekly Sunday Zoom meeting. It's a live Q&A, live discussion meeting. Everybody's invited. And let's see, I've got a house committee meeting on the 6th. So I won't be doing a show. I might do it at night. I might do a show at night on the 6th. So yeah, hopefully Compassionate Light will be back on Fridays in April. And so the next let me go over to April. The next Angelic View I said was the 7th. The next Michelle's Mystic Corner will be the 13th. So those are the things coming up on the network. And I will oh, Rhonda came in. Yeah, Rhonda, I'm at the end, but and hi Rosella. Join us tomorrow and we'll be doing it in the evening. It'll be 6:30 p.m. And I'll just get the link for everybody, although you can click notify here on the channel of our next show, right? But I will grab the URL Thursday the 28th. Why doesn't it say the time? That is weird. Okay. Oh, I get it. It's Thursday. I'm on the wrong one. Oh, here it is. Okay. Still doesn't have the time though. It's very strange. Let me grab a link from that and I'll pop that in for everybody. That's our next live show. If you need a daytime show, our next show during the day is going to be Thursday. And all of our upcoming live streams are on the channel. And YouTube, let me just grab the channel. So you guys can go over to the channel here, psychic.cafe/YouTube, and you'll see right on there upcoming live streams, and there's a notify button. So go ahead and remember to subscribe to our channel and like this video. And after you subscribe, also you can hit notify me. It'll notify you of the upcoming shows. So tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Alrighty. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. And thanks everybody for being here. Really enjoyed it.